So after that unfortunate, and I'll be honest with this word, disgusting, disgusting day at the Montreal Children's Hospital, my parents, they have they had many ideas on helping me overcome many fears and peers. So I'll give you a couple of ways. There were times my mother and I took a stroll in the park, beautiful sunny day, and everything and everywhere she pointed at, she would say the word, and for some occasions made sound effects. I'll give you an example. Nice stroll, it's a beautiful day. Pointed and said bird. Tweet tweet, look at it fly. Tweet tweet. Bird. There's a doggy, Steven. Isn't he cute? Dog. Ducks. And the swing. They looks like a lot of fun. My father, men with the big muscles and so on, on days he was off, he did the same, but with a very different twist. He carried me, imagining myself flying all over the place, and just said like this, "This is some, whoa, easy there, Steven, you're gonna hurt your eyes. This is swimming pool. Whoa, you can't swim in the pool with your clothes on. You need a bathing suit. Swimming pool. There you go." And I just kept on laughing so much that I started to pick up a few words here, there. Of course, not like at first in a very long sentence, but very few. Very, very, very few. So even with eye contact is the most important thing. I used to have a hard time giving people eye contact, moving around here, moving around there, and my father was actually the person, because when it comes to him talking to people, he looks at them directly in the eye and says what he says and what he said, what he meant. Even with me, he used to like kind of move my cheek a little bit over here to see we're all on the same page. He used to do that right here. And you have two ways. I had two ways of communicating with other people. I'll never forget, here's an example. 2 or 3 words. On a Sunday, I felt within the atmosphere Mom was gonna cook a very special breakfast. And how did I ask? Pancakes, Mommy? Pancakes, Mommy? Pancakes, Mommy? Or number 2, body language. So if I wanted, let's say for example, cookies, okay, I went up to my mom, tucked her shirt, "Mommy, Mommy, Mommy, Mommy." She looked at me right away, dragged her by the hand, right to the cupboard, and just pointed at those cookies. Which again, as long as communication is there between myself or anybody in the family, that's what matters most, because again, they never stop believing in me that one day I will speak a whole lot more. Even here's another memory. There was a time we had a family get together. A relative was trying to have me speak a lot more. My grandfather, God bless his soul, love that man. He told that relative, let Steven speak. Whenever he is ready to speak, he'll be ready. He'll let you know. And I know he will do it one day. Like his mother and father would say the same thing. Whenever he's ready, he'll let you know. He will speak. So that, to me, I still feel that. I can hear that quote every day, and I tell the same thing to all all of the friends and all the families or the strangers, the parents of their special needs children, nonverbal. Whenever they're ready, they're ready, but the communication is certainly there. Even without eye contact, the communication is there. They're listening. They're very bright. And then came the first day of school. To me, it's like, da 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 da, change. I did not like change whatsoever. I used to get used to being at home, playing on the computer, playing Nintendo 64, Game Boy, went outside to play, and first day of school came. I'm going to a brand new place. Oh my goodness, I screamed and I cried pretty much almost an hour. And I was just right over here on one side of the street, and the school was just right over there. It took a very, very long while just for me to get through those doors. I mean, yeah, it was hard for my parents to let me go. It's the first day of school, it's a new beginning, but I guess you can say we don't like change, but change really makes us grow. So I remember going through those doors. I was still crying, all teary. Still felt a little homesick. And then slowly stopped crying. And then after that, I gotten used to it. But what I went through every day of school, it wasn't easy for me. Because all the time, I was bullied. I was bullied because to the other so-called normal kids, I'm not. I wasn't like them. All that because I was just being my unique self, talking to myself, jumping all over the place. I played along. So people gossiped about me. People spread rumors about me. Anyway, I was called names. One kid scratched me in the face, and I'll never forget that very, very terrifying day and painful. The group of boys got together and threw rocks at me. Standing there, completely helpless, crying, not knowing what to do, and all the boys were saying, "Oh, this is so much fun. Let's pick on the weird kid." Oh my goodness, I will never forget. I was very lucky. My father was around the area, saw the incident, ran to save me, and blocked the rocks with his back. The boys ran away. My mother came. Sorry, it's just that day was, I'll never forget. I came home from school with my father, and I was crying, all covered in bruises, wounds, and said, "Mommy, no school. Mommy, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school." So both my parents were completely furious and worried. They took care of the situation immediately, and it was done. I was very lucky. I was so lucky to have this amazing former elementary school teacher at Parkdale. That's the name of the school, I forgot to mention. Parkdale. Her name was Maria Cordova. Considered being one of the very few people who understood autism. So she met with my parents and said, "I can teach your son. You continue doing wonderful things for your child. You're good parents. Never stop doing what you're doing. Let me take care of this side at school, and I'll do everything I can to help Steven out. So she was amazing. Maria was amazing. She helped me learn how to read. She helped me learn how to write. And I'll never forget the time we were in reading class. And I don't remember what book I was reading, but I'll never forget, it took 2 weeks to move on from that very, very same page. What really fascinated me about Maria was she wasn't like most of the teachers, where you were given a deadline, for this coming date, and you didn't do anything, you didn't develop, so there were like signs of impatience. No, she was patient. She was very patient. Maria, like my mother and father, understood that everybody has their learning pace. You can learn fast, you can learn slow, but it doesn't make a difference because you are progressing. You are progressing your way through. And when you're ready to move on, you move on. Which really made the best 3 years of my life being at that school was because of pretty much only Maria, to be honest with you. Maria made my 3 years at Parkdale worth meaningful. So if it weren't for my mom and dad and Maria, I would, I don't know. There's so many things to say, but I wouldn't have overcome these fears if it weren't for the three of them. Through all the obstacles, I'm still grateful for that.